Hello team! I want to start by thanking you for your continued implementation of the RAK program. We are now entering year 3 with our district explicit SEL curriculum. These lessons are non-negotiable. Lessons outside of RAK can be used in addition to your curriculum, but not as a replacement of our district initiative. You will learn about the changes for year 3. Your input was taken into consideration in making these updates if you filled out the survey at the end of the year. The Random Acts of Kindness mission is to change society through kindness. Imagine a world where you can succeed by being nice, where we all pay it forward, where people look out for each other, and where kindness is a philosophy of life. As you internalize the message of the video I'm about to show you, let's stop and reflect on what that would look like at our campus.
If you manage a team, you have to try Monday.com. Monday.com is a platform to track everything.
A.D. Williams once said, "Imagine what 7 billion humans could accomplish if we loved and respected one another." Just imagine. Imagine if there was no greed. Imagine if there was no comparison. If everyone was running their own race, but cheering for all others at the same time. Maybe we'll never see that in our lifetime. But what we all can do is start with ourselves. Start with yourself. Choose to lift others up. Choose to set the example of kindness and integrity, the example of compassion and understanding. There's a quote that says, "No matter how educated, talented, rich, or cool you believe you are, how you treat people ultimately tells all." Integrity is everything. It really is. Who you are is far more important than what you have, and it will always be. Who you are is measured by how you make others feel. Be kind to each other. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Choose to be the change you wish to see in the world. Decide you will not wait for someone else. You will set the example. Be kind. Because you never know how much that person is suffering inside. You never know the difference your words can make, the difference your presence can make, the difference you can make to one human life. Be the reason someone believes in the goodness of humanity. Be the reason someone else decides to make a difference in others. Be the influence you want to see more of. Always do what is right, not what is easy in the moment. Kindness spreads like a virus. When you do good to another, that person does better to those they come in contact with. You really can make a big difference in the world today and every other day. Anne Frank said, "In the long run, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit." No one has ever made themselves great by showing how small another is. Be kind and always build others up to the best of your ability. Treat everyone with the same level of kindness that you would like for yourself. Not because everyone is nice, but because you are. Because karma makes no mistakes. Because it is right. Because you have integrity. Because you want this world to be better when you leave than when you arrive.
So what will our campus look like if kindness is the norm? Research shows that when there is SEL instruction implemented with fidelity, classroom and school community climate rise, there's trust among staff, empathy, sympathy, there's intrinsic and pro-social motivation, peer acceptance, self-awareness, and closeness in the student-teacher relationship. Also, it is research shows that standardized test scores in math and reading show gains. Problem behaviors go down, emotional distress goes down, and conflict in the student-teacher relationship also goes down. Therefore, teaching our kids SEL, these lessons are lifetime lessons. We're teaching them life skills. This is our SEL framework that encompasses the 5 competencies of social and emotional learning. Kindness in the classroom curriculum, like RAK lessons, is an evidence research-based curriculum that is CASEL approved, where we are teaching these life skills. This year, lessons have been updated for this coming year. There are now 6 concepts that are taught pre-K through 12th grade, and they are all aligned in all grade levels. Each concept is tied to a limit. These are the lessons that we will be focusing on the entire school year. We will begin with respect in October, and then caring, inclusiveness, integrity, responsibility, and we will end with courage. In my guidance lessons this month, I've been focusing on kindness. These are the 5 components of RAK lessons. Step 1, we will share. In step 2, we will inspire our kids. In step 3, we will empower our children. In step 4, we will have the children act. And in step 5, students will get the opportunity to reflect. Today, we passed out some composition books so that students have the opportunity to reflect on the lessons that you are teaching. These are the roles that everybody will be taking. The leaders will promote successful implementation of our RAK program by demonstrating enthusiasm and commitment to the program. In the master schedule, RAK should be taught on Fridays. My role as a counselor is to provide support, work with you guys on implementing the curriculum should you have lessons with flexibility and fidelity. I will also be delivering SEL lessons, and they'll be aligned to the same lessons you guys are teaching the children. Your role is to teach RAK lessons and engage students in RAK activities and projects and act as a role model for the students, utilizing strategies to integrate kindness into the core curriculum. Remember, as the saying says, it takes a village to raise a child. Therefore, it's up to all of us to work together to teach these skills to children, which again are life skills. This year, the RAK program is of course district-wide again, and 30-minute weekly lessons for elementary and middle school, and 30 to 40-minute lessons will be implemented bi-monthly for high school. We will continue with the Google slide presentations so that you guys have teacher accessibility, and they'll be linked to the lesson plans. They'll be easy to teach with the materials and videos and books already embedded within the lessons. You will have year at a glance for district-wide alignment. And I do recommend that you log into the RAK website and create an account for yourselves, because you do have additional resources that are free available to you. Everything that you will need to implement RAK will be in the Google Classrooms, but should you want an extension, I highly recommend that you create an account through the RAK webpage. It's important that at the end, I'm going to be asking for RAK surveys, and that's because they want to better the program. And so all the input that you guys gave last year, those of you who filled out the survey and made suggestions, they took them into consideration to change this year's program. Remember that SEL is aligned to T-tests, and we always want to be distinguished when it comes to teaching our kids SEL activities, lessons. And so I went ahead and I put this page so that you can understand how it's linked. The changes for 2019-2020 RAK, before we used to have 12 concepts, and now you're going to have 6 aligned concepts. We're going to have a total of 24 lessons. As to before, you only had 16 lessons. We will no longer have a vocabulary page because we have a teacher connection self-care page. Lessons in the RAK website are downloadable, as I said before, but you do have everything accessible to you through the Google Classroom. Every unit will have a family letter for you to send home. And of course, the extensions are done school-wide. Like right now we have the project, the district-wide project of hygiene products, and every grade level is assigned to a certain hygiene product to be brought in. All those items stay within our campus, and that those that aren't delivered to our families will eventually be sent to shelters within El Paso. The SEL teacher delivery is always it's up to you guys to set the climate for these lessons. You need to be inspired and be empowered to implement the kindness in the classroom curriculum. Create an action plan to utilize kindness in the classroom. The tools and resources are going to be there for you to utilize. Okay, so now to get to the meat of this, you need to sign up to Google Classrooms. Using your laptop, you're going to go to your Google form through your email screen. You're going to click on the upper right hand corner and click the classroom. Once you're there, you're going to click on join a class. I will be emailing you the code for your learning community. If you're not able to get it from this next page, this is going to be the code, but I will also email it to you in case you don't have access to this PowerPoint again. I'll go ahead and email it to you. You will be responsible to begin the week of October the 7th. That's when the first unit, lesson 1, will begin. And I will leave you with this presentation, with this video to reflect on.
Ever have days when the whole world seems upside down and off kilter? Well, you can change that, and you can do it in less than a minute. Here's how. Grab a piece of paper, write down your name and the name of someone you know, then leave a blank space for a stranger's name. Got it? Good. Now, during the upcoming week, do something kind for each person on your list. It could be anything. Maybe it's treating yourself to something you love, raking your neighbor's leaves, or complimenting someone you don't know. That's it. Seem too simple? Well, it's not. Scientific studies show that random acts of kindness actually improve health and life satisfaction. They increase energy, optimism, self-worth, and our sense of belonging and connection in the world. Plus, they decrease anxiety, depression, and blood pressure. This transformation happens not only in the recipient and the giver of kindness, but surprisingly, also in the person who happens to witness the act of kindness. This means that if you do one act of kindness for one person today, and someone happens to witness it, you can, in that moment, improve the lives of 3 people. So do something that will make your future self proud. Share the power of kindness with all 3 people on your list. And who knows, if we get enough people practicing enough kindness, we might just set the world right again.
And so I thank you for your support. I thank you for all that you do. And I know that all of us are in it and trying to make this world a better place. And I think by teaching these life skills, we will most definitely be doing our part in making a difference. Thank you.